Last week, Pokemon Company held a Pokemon presentation where they showed off a few new games under the franchise name. Pokemon Cafe Mix, a mobile Switch puzzle game that's about, and I quote, swirling Pokemon around.
While enjoying unique puzzle gameplay in which you link Pokemon icons by swirling them around as you go.
Pokemon Smile, a mobile app that's supposed to be some kind of virtual thing to help your kids get through the tough time of brushing their teeth. And then they topped off the major announcements with new Pokemon Snap, a game that OG Pokemon fans have wanted for literally 20 years.
Pokemon Snap 2? Oh!
Who knows why they waited so long to make a sequel to that game, but hey, it looks amazing and I can't wait to see Twitter flooded with all the Pokemon photo ops. The presentation ended with a tease at another one coming literally a week later. That presentation was today. What did we get? Ooh, maybe it was a new Let's Go game based on the Johto region. They had those Eevees in the background of the first presentation. Maybe that was a hint at that. Ooh, what if it's a new Pokken? We haven't gotten a new installment in that franchise in a long time, and it took off really well in the competitive scene for Pokemon. Oh, no, what if it's Pokemon League of Legends? Yeah. Before I begin on this video, I just want to know what you guys think about this announcement. Does a Pokemon MOBA pique your interest, or do you think it's gonna get lost and forgotten? Comment down below what you think. I love to talk about it. Well, I gotta admit, Pokemon Company sure knows how to toss their fans some huge curveballs. I know there was some buzz about Tencent working on them with something, but I didn't really bother focusing on the rumors because it's not like those are super accurate anyways. But yeah, Pokemon Unite, yet another original game in vastly different territory than the Pokemon franchise has ever gone to. You gotta give it to them though, they're really good at dipping Pikachu in the gang wherever they feel they could even get a tiny bit of traction. They've done fighting, puzzle, racing, strategy, photography, augmented reality, and now we're in the MOBA side of things. So what does this mean? Well, if anything, I'd say Riot Games is going to have a bit of competition when they put out Wild Rift, their own mobile console version of League of Legends. Because let's face it, when this game was shown, literally everyone said, ooh, it's like Pokemon League of Legends. As a League casual myself, I can see why people are both intrigued and also slightly turned off by Pokemon Unite. MOBA games are intimidating to look at when you don't know what the hell is going on, and they also can look pretty uninteresting too. But I do appreciate Tencent and Pokemon taking the time to not only show us a trailer, but also give us an example of how a full-on game would look. And they even had announcers too. It's kind of like they want this game to take off competitively or something. Anyways, that gameplay was pretty interesting. It looks like there'll be a set roster of Pokemon to choose from, which we can only assume will grow to be freaking massive. I mean, League of Legends has a roster damn near equivalent in size to the first gen of Pokemon, so I wouldn't doubt that there's going to be some long-term plans to grow that Pokemon list over time. The matches in the game are 5v5, and there's also no type advantages like in the regular game, so you're mainly choosing your Pokemon based on your preferred gameplay style. Now the map is what really gives off those classic MOBA vibes. It doesn't look like there are 3 lanes like in League, but instead there are 2 outer lanes with the capture spots along them with some outer areas which you can use for cutting around or hiding in bushes. And then the middle of the map, which we'll just call the jungle until further notice, doesn't have those capture spots. What you're doing in these games is you're not fighting the other team and pushing forward while protecting those spots like in League, but instead you're going around the map with your team and fighting NPC mobs of Pokemon and capturing them. When you do that, you can then return to one of the active spots on your map to then bank those points for your team. At the end of the game, the team with the most points wins. It sounds simple enough actually. I actually kind of like this idea. It doesn't sound as intensive on the team coordination as League, where everyone is assigned to a lane and they do their own role, and if like 2 people on your team are trash, they throw the whole game. Not to say that if you feed the other team, they won't end up steamrolling you in the late game though. Because with the leveling system, everyone starts at level 1 in the beginning of the match. Then as you fight both players and mobs, you level up. When you hit a certain level with certain Pokemon, they'll evolve. Like seriously, will Pikachu evolve or will he just stay base form and OP the whole game? While leveling up and evolving, you'll unlock more moves for your Pokemon. Some will even have choices of which moves you can learn at a certain time. For example, at some point Charizard could learn either Flamethrower or Rock Smash, which is interesting and will add on extra layer of strategy into the game. Which moves will your opponent choose? Will a Snorlax on your team be kitted with the same moves as one on the other team? Which moves are better for certain situations? These are the decisions that'll make or break matches at some points, and that's what I'm interested in seeing. Other gameplay elements that make Pokemon Unite stand out is those spots on the map where you can bank points also heal your team. But also the enemy team can intercept you when you're going for deposits or healing, and they can try to break those spots. It wasn't confirmed if a win condition is breaking all the enemy team's capture spots, but I could see that being the case. We'll have to wait and see if that's confirmed later down the line. Also, when the matches get to their final 2 minutes, points for captures are doubled. With that, I'm assuming the team strategies might shift to either protecting the strongest mon on your team and having them stockpile a whole bunch of captures and then have them bank for a huge amount, or I could also see teams traveling in like a pack where they just claim as many points together as possible, and then on the way they take out the capture spots of the other team so they can't heal or claim points. See, this is the stuff where I can see Pokemon Unite really shining and those clutch plays can be made. And then after the gameplay demonstration, they closed saying that we'll hear more information in the future for this title. I kinda figured we weren't gonna get a closed beta or date or anything because the game still looks kinda rough right now, probably in the alpha stages. If I had to guess, we might get more information or playable opportunities in late summer, mid-fall, but we should have our hands on Unite by the end of the year. But with the team, I'm assuming, still working from home, production issues and all that could be a factor, so we'll see what happens. Closing thoughts from me, as stated earlier in this video, I'm both a casual League of Legends player and a Pokemon player, so I'm pretty interested in seeing where this game goes regardless. People are having mixed feelings on this as of right now though, and the YouTube video has pretty rough numbers on the like to dislike ratio as of this recording, but I'm assuming that's just because a MOBA isn't what fans really wanted out of this presentation today. If we see more gameplay and get a better look at Unite, I'm pretty sure people will come around on it, especially when they get the opportunity to play with their friends in a few matches. When it comes to MOBAs, I'd say being invested in the world that the game is based around and the characters you play as are huge factors in whether it'll thrive or not. League of Legends, for example, has been around for a little over 10 years now, and their anniversary in 2019 even converted me into a bit of a fan. And of course there's the professional esports scene that's been growing along with the game that has eyes on it all over the world. Also, in addition to their CCG, Legends of Runeterra, the plethora of animated shorts delving deeper into the lore and character development, the website with pages of information on the different regions, and even upcoming titles that'll take us into those areas for the first time, there's a reason why League of Legends is so respected by even people that don't even like MOBAs. But yeah, Pokemon Company and Tencent are really gonna have to land this one if they want to make waves in this particular market. What do you guys think? Are you gonna download Pokemon Unite? Have you talked to your friends about it? Are any of you going to try and go pro with this one? Comment down below what you guys think. Also, super smash that subscribe button. And lastly, don't forget to ring that bell to get notifications when more videos go live.